Welcome back, everyone. Excuse the ultra casual outfit. We're about to hit the gym, but today we are diving into the latest inflation report for February. And let me tell you something, it is quite the roller coaster ride. So, we're going to be talking about the numbers, everything that you need to know in regards to this latest inflation report. And it's especially crucial for this year because, as you know, the economy is strongly a predictor of will the incumbent in the White House, will that president or even that party remain in power come election day. So this is why in the coming months especially, we're going to be scrutinizing the hell out of the economy and inflation numbers because it will ultimately be a referendum for Joe Biden. So with that being said, let's get started and dive right in. Make sure you guys go ahead and smash the like button and make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. So let's talk about these numbers. The CPI, or Consumer Price Index, which ultimately measures the cost of goods and services, climbed by 0.4% in February, marking a 3.2% increase compared to just last year. And we thought inflation was going to be slowing down, but even Janet Yellen is regretting her remarks, saying that she wishes that she did not say inflation would be transitory and that she could very well be dead wrong. So this is very interesting. Now, if we strip away the volatile food and energy prices, what we call the core CPI, it still showed a significant rise of 0.4% for the month and 3.8% for the year. That is actually higher than what experts were expecting originally. Now, while it's not the insane inflation numbers that we saw last year, right? I mean, inflation last year was red hot. It's still not a good sign. The experts are pointing to a couple of key factors behind this surge. Energy costs saw a hefty 2.3% jump, and shelter expenses rose by another 0.4%, making up over 60% of the total gain. Now, when it comes to shelter, that has been a consistent pain point for the American people. Joe Biden even touched on it in his State of the Union address, where we talked about that proposal in regards to assistance for first-time homebuyers. If you didn't see that video, link is down below in the description. Basically, it explains what his proposal is that he laid out in the State of the Union address that would help people that are first buying a home and are struggling to do so. Now, home prices are on the rise and rents aren't dropping fast enough to provide relief. It's just a fact. What does this mean for the average consumer? Well, expect to see increases in various sectors like airline fares, apparel, used vehicles. Some good news, some silver lining. Medical care services did see a slight dip though. That's what we found out in this latest report. Surprisingly, despite these inflationary pressures, financial markets reacted positively because major stock averages and even treasury yields were up in early trading. But let's talk about the big players in the game, the Fed, or Federal Reserve. They've been signaling these potential rate cuts down the line, but they are still cautious. So we thought maybe we're going to be seeing something April, May. We don't know yet. There's no guarantees. They still want to see greater confidence in inflation moderating before making any moves. And according to the experts, the Fed still got some ways to go before they're confident enough to hit the brakes on interest rates. Now, amidst all this talk of inflation, the economy's been showing some strength, right? I mean, overall, the economy is still strong. Joe Biden did not lie in his State of the Union address when he said that the economy is doing well. And job growth remains robust, with another 275,000 non-farm jobs added in just February, although there's a bit of a skew towards part-time positions. Now, here's the kicker. While the economy is holding up well against those aggressive rate hikes, there is concern that inflation might stick around longer than anticipated. So for consumers, this could mean tightening those budgets and adjusting those spending habits. I'm curious, you guys, what have you done over the last couple years? What have you cut down on? What have you had to pare back on as far as spending? And maybe you had to skip out on those $5 lattes. Maybe you couldn't get the most beautiful clothes that you wanted to. Maybe you had to get a cheaper vehicle or a lower expense house or maybe a lower rental unit. I'm curious what you had to do to kind of deal with this inflation and ultimately fight against it, so that way you could still have enough money at the end of the month for basic necessities. What did you have to do over these last couple of years? I'm curious to hear. Let us know down in the comment section. And when you look at it, you're seeing prices on the rise, right? I mean, this is not slowing down anytime soon. People are still complaining about, if you look at, right, I mean, everyone's sharing those memes about McDonald's and the $3 hash browns, right? Prices are still on the rise, and stretching every dollar becomes even more crucial. And let's not forget about the global implications as well. Inflationary pressures in the United States could ripple across international markets, affecting trade and investment decisions worldwide. So While the February inflation report may seem like just another set of numbers and just some more data that we can gloss over, its implications are far-reaching and they are worth paying attention to, especially in this election year. Well, we're going to continue to navigate these economic waters, and one thing's for sure, it is going to be an interesting ride. So we'll be keeping our eyes peeled and letting you know, staying tuned every time there is a new update in regards to those inflation numbers and the economy overall. This is your one-stop shop. Make sure, again, that you like this video. I'd appreciate that. And you're going to stay tuned for updates as we keep an eye on the ever-changing economic landscape. So, folks, share this video with a friend, get the word out, spread on social media. Make sure you're subscribed again with notifications turned on. And if you want to get some free stocks, all on meal free, use the brokerage link down below. When you sign up with Robinhood, you get some free stocks, some values of thousands of dollars. So let us know what stocks you get. And if you want to connect with me on social media, my social links are down below. If you want to stay safe and secure with Aura today, that is today's video sponsor, use the Aura affiliate link down below in the description. Sign up there with a free trial, and you'll be able to stay safe on the interwebs, and no worries there. So with that being said, folks, we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.